So Doug, how do you go about finding quality ESG managers?
Number one, how long have they been in the space? Are they new? That would make me a little suspicious. Have they been in it for 15 years? That helps. Has their performance been good? The old adage, performance suffers with any kind of screening. That's not true anymore, and a lot of the better ESG managers, their performance has been very competitive with the S&P. Sure. The type of screening, it used to be just exclusionary negative. Now is their ESG process robust? Do they do both positive and negative screening? And that's a long, big topic, but you want to really examine that and make sure that there's positive and negative screening is the quickest, shortest way to get after that. Within that, I would also say, how many vendors or data sources or screeners, as far as their research, are they using? Are they just using one? If so, I'm suspicious. You want to have somebody that's using 5, 6, 7, 8 sources. Brett, give us a little update on the current state of affairs, state of the union of ESG, the growth, assets. What do we all need to know about where it's at right now?
We're seeing tremendous growth in demand for ESG products, and I think we're seeing it from two big groups. One is millennials and Gen Xers, and the other is women. And I think it's because there's been a tremendous amount of wealth transferred to these two constituencies. We're seeing $30 trillion in wealth transfer to millennials over the next few decades. We're seeing an incredible amount of wealth transfer to women, in addition to the money that they're making for themselves, the wealth that they're creating for themselves. And both of them, according to every study out there, those are the two groups that are really demanding investments that parallel their values. So we've got a lot of demand there, and we've got a lot of new products that are coming out. There's a ton of supply in terms of socially responsible, environmental friendly, community-based investment products. And there's a huge opportunity for advisors then to take that demand, to take that product supply and pair it with their investors. So Doug, where do you find investments for your ESG portfolios?
The easiest, quickest answer is to call your book, your clients, and ask them. That's the simplest, fastest way to get started. Beyond that, I would go, and I'm not saying shift to big institutions, but there are many little small institutions in your neighborhood, small endowments, small foundations, small hospitals, small charities. Almost all of them are already in the space with their investable assets, and it's like a larger retail client. It's not doing anything different. It's just asking them, going to their website and asking them when you call them up, do you or do you not look at SRI or ESG investing in your investment committee? Sure. So it's a great place to find assets. It's like a big retail client. And just make sure you find it nearby in a smaller portfolio that's near you that you can access. Great place to find new prospects.
Now, as you're looking at your own book, how do you identify the clients that might be interested in environmental or social or governance, and how do you start the conversation with them?
Okay, that's a little trickier. The first thing is just to ask in a very neutral way. Say, do you care? Are you interested? Because you want to be careful. Some people may kind of have a problem with it or be against it or whatever. Just ask. You'll find people, though, that are involved in social causes, church causes, foundation causes, charitable volunteer work. Those are probably your we already talked about women and younger millennial, the transfer of wealth. But people that are community involved are real good leads. But sometimes you'll be surprised. Sometimes you'll think, well, this person isn't asked. You'll be surprised how many times you'll say, oh, really? And if you don't ask, you'll never find out.